Maybe we could see that Orianna, made famous with Teammate last year.
That's true. Orianna's been pretty out of it, though.
Yeah.
Like, we have not seen her around at all.
Yeah, now the first two bans go out right quick. It's Rek'Sai and Olaf, double jungle focus from Phoenix 1.
Protect the Mash. Get rid of all the diving champions that Dardoch can play.
Sivir, meanwhile, is going to be banned away from Mash. That was something we heard maybe actually talked about last game, was allow them to get a hard engage with something like Sivir or a Malphite. So that's taken away. Zyra banned away from Gate, another disengage option removed from Phoenix 1. So we might see Team Liquid go for an aggressive style Dardoch once again, as Rise is the next ban for Phoenix 1.
Yep. And now we're seeing Vladimir, which is probably the last ban. If it's not the last ban, then it's probably first pick.
Well, I mean, we saw it get down multiple drafts before. Jace is going
Look at
to
Gate.
be
Look at Gate.
Yeah. He's chuckling. The Gates.
the
Jace.
Yeah. So he was a Twisted Fate and Jace main.
Uh-huh.
Both of them have gates, right? Destiny Gate and then Acceleration Gate.
Yeah.
Which is his name. That's the joke. No, but also that's the shout out there. They're basically throwing away a ban at that point. Basically saying, yeah, you know what? Let's not ban anything here. Let's leave more up.
Yeah, a bit of a challenge out of Team Liquid and Phoenix 1. Well, they got Vladimir for that first pick. Very strong pick.
Yeah, that could be for Slushy. Slushy coming in, if he gets the Vladimir, we'll see what he's able to do up against Phoenix. But I know Phoenix knows how to play both Azir and Anivia, which are both champions that do fairly well into Vladimir, especially in team fights. That's the weakness there that the people are picking him for, is because it's so good at walling him off and stopping him from getting in. But in the laning phase, Vladimir is just dominant, like always.
Yeah. It might be one of those like focused, hey, I'm going to take Vlad so that you should take Anivia. That way you can't hard engage me. It's mind gaming, thinking a step ahead. Phoenix 1 knew that they were going to get the Vladimir. They were expecting the Jace ban. No one expects the Jace ban.
No,
but Phoenix 1 does.
Nobody. And here goes Lorlo, basically hovering all the champions that he's mained in the past. The Fiora, the Riven, and it's going to be neither.
Yeah, returns back to that Trundle that he's seen so much success on so far.
Undefeated right now.
Undefeated. This is going to be his third game on Trundle.
Undefeated this split.
Yeah, well, yes. But Braum is going to be the pickup for Matt, and instantly Karma locked in again for Phoenix 1 and Kindred as well.
Yeah, I actually really like this. Kindred and Karma synergize with the Vladimir beautifully. Karma enables the Vladimir to get to the backline, give him the speed up, and the Kindred, if you give Vladimir the pool, the Zanyas, then you give him an ultimate, the Lamb's Respite, he can heal a lot, save his transfusion with the Crimson Rush until it's about to come off. Use the Q, it will actually restore a lot of missing HP. He'll pop back up to like 1,200, and he'll probably have pull up by that time again. So if Slushy's able to get a combo off like that, he becomes incredibly hard to kill.
We'll see where that Karma and Vlad end up going, if it's going to be, again, Slushy taking Karma in the mid lane or anywhere else. As Team Liquid, Phoenix, looking back at that Azir. I could see the bird correlation here, and looks like it is, in fact, going to be Elise locked in for Dardoch, and Fabi is going to be taking the carry Lucian this time. No utility for him.
What is that?
It looks like a chipmunk.
It does. Is that? I don't know what that is. Could be a voodoo doll as well. We don't know. But still, good luck charm there on stage for MASH. He's going to need it this game.
Yeah, now it's Phoenix 1 looking for their final two picks. They still need an AD carry in either mid or support to answer Team Liquid, as Team Liquid look to get the counter pick with Phoenix for that final one. But yeah, Jhin is locked in for MASH. So once again, very demanding champion. We'll see if he can convert some damage this time, as Shen is the final lock-in for Phoenix 1.
Yeah, once again, Zig is going to play Shen into Lorlo on that Trundle. And so we're seeing the final pick come out there. Of course, Azir.
Yeah.
Azir, like always. So there's actually a lot of great things here for both teams. You have the Vladimir for P1. You have a composition that enables him. You have Engage from your bot lane in 2 different forms. You have Protection, and you also have a way to disengage and engage. So they're really good here. Wave Clear is the only mildly questionable thing, especially compared to Azir. right? Because this team on TL has a lot of pick potential. They have good team fighting. Their hard engage is the only question because you have to put your body at risk with it. But also, Elise into Kindred, really good matchup. You kind of force the Kindred not to go for the fervor of battle. You force him to go for the strength of ages because he wants that tenacity mastery.
Yeah.
And you also want to have more HP so that you can eat the cocoon and be able to ulti afterwards instead of be dead.
The hard reset for Sentinel. We'll see if he can go for that aggressive Kindred in this match as everyone is getting ready. Coaches shake hands. It's time for you, though, to update your votes on Twitter. Use hashtag P1win or hashtag TLwin. We're tracking the count all series long, so make sure you get your vote in as everyone's getting ready. Looks like Phoenix 1 going for that decisive style fight composition once again, and Team Liquid look ready to answer it.
Yeah. And if P1, they don't give up first blood in the level 1,
yes,
they can start the game off on a much better foot. I think I actually like their composition a lot more. There's a little more synergy in it. Build is the next question moving forward for P1. Last game, MASH went with an old school Lucian build.
Classic team fight.
There's a new hotness Jhin build out there.
There is.
I want to see it.
We'll see if it is the magical Youmuu's Lucian for MASH.
Yeah. Definitely not Lucian Jhin skin.
Yeah, I don't think Phoenix 1 have 4 Drakes right now. That would be a heck of a way.
Well,
to
we
start
gave
off
them
the
a
game.
large advantage at the start of the... No. See, Jat was talking about they need some magic.
Well, by the magic of Summoner's
Bibbidi
Rift.
bobbidi boo.
Yes, the princess at the ball. Phoenix 1.
Oh. Pumpkin one's going to have to try to...
Yeah.
All right, there we go.
Okay.
Everything is solved.
Got it all
Reset.
cleared out. Sentinel is going to trade out just a bit. As you can see, no Infernal Drake doing any damage to Dardoch this time, and no level 1 invade out of Team Liquid.
Get it?
Yeah. Missed it by that much.
It's actually very difficult to get that.
Yeah.
You have to be right on top of it and already in spider form. He had to swap it, is what it looked like. Or wasn't close enough to him. We kind of swapped to him right there. But yeah, the W does auto-tech these.
Yeah, looks like we're seeing a lane swap once again initiated by Team Liquid. Fabi and Matt head towards that top side.
I think they're just more confident in it, but also you don't really want to go up against the Karma as the Braum. Even if you Q him, the speed up gets him away. And it's kind of hard to stick to him.
Sort of creates an interesting dynamic because now Phoenix 1 are going for an aggressive invade. They're going to see if they can find Team Liquid clearing out the Direwolf.
Yeah, and it's with a Mantra Q. If he can get any of these wolves, yeah.
Oh,
got one.
Gets one.
Everybody gets one.
Zig, though, a little bit slow, takes some punishment from Matt on the opposite side, but Fabi went straight to lane. He's already started farming it up, so he's going to get a little bit of bonus experience comparatively.
Yeah, you usually don't have your AD carry invade with you. The Karma can kind of handle that situation on her own. Especially since she has a slow, and you would be up against an Elise and a Trundle, and I don't think they really have ways to catch the Karma.
Yeah. A little bit of greed out of Phoenix 1. As the fast turret shove begins, Lurlo catches up. Zig, though, is double jungling for just a few more camps.
Yeah.
So he's not going to be getting anywhere near as much experience when he eventually catches up in a solo lane environment. Slushie healing up on that Vlad.
Yep.
There's the Crimson Rush.
Yeah, speaking about the junglers, it looked like it was Fervor Battle for Sentinel. It's the carry style. Up against most Elises, though, you typically want to go for the Strength of Ages. He may get a QSS at some point. We'll see what he ends up going for, but I definitely think that it's a much more aggressive one. He tried to kill her, try to dodge her cocoon. That's the optimal situation. And going back down to the AD carries, just to cover my bases here, that Jhin build, I hope he goes for it. It's the Youmuu's Ghostblade, sometimes Duskblade.
Well, it also might be something that fits Mash's style just a little bit better because he will have to do more damage with the Youmuu's active because that's where he's going to get the majority of his kick in team fights.
He'll also have a lot of movement speed. He'll run around very quickly.
Yeah.
He can dip in. And also, one of the best things about Jhin is even if you lose the trade or you go even, you back up, you curtain call, and then you win the trade by being a screen away from the person. That's why, as Jhin, you usually want to have mild all-ins on people. I guess 3/4 in? I don't know exactly what you'd call it.
3/4 in?
Yeah, 3/4. And then You back up, and then you use the curtain call and just try to get a kill that way.
It's more of a mostly in.
Yeah. I'm mostly in, you know.
Yeah.
It's a double down on my aggression.
All right, so the solo turret experience did go to Gold's solo turret gold did go to Zig. The Lorlo is staying on this top side. Zig was forced to complete his recall as the duo now heads toward the bottom side for Phoenix One, Mash and Gate looking to match up with Fabi and Matt. But that does mean that Zig, he's going to have to walk up towards level up Lorlo. I'm sure he's going to get level 4 by the time he finally catches up, and Mash is forced to flash.
Ooh. Yeah, he was going to get a shield there from Gate. I'm not sure if it would have been right on time. But yeah, it's a level 3 bottom lane here for TL. And touching on Fabi a little bit more, he was brought in, you know, for TLA. And if it wasn't for Piglet being on the main squad and being, you know, a ex-world champion or former world champion, I guess he's always world champion. So he's former world champion.
Yes.
He honestly probably would have been starting because Fabi is proven to be a fantastic player, and they set up this dive, and here they go.
Yeah, Mash with no flash is the first target. First blood for Dardoch. He's taking the turret as he looks to burn down Gate, chases it down, and Lorlo is the one who gets the kill. Zig is going to be the next target. Team Liquid flawlessly dive and get 3.
And disaster strikes for P1. Zig shows up. Zig, oh man, he's running around. He taunts, but it doesn't actually get anybody underneath the turret perfectly, and they can't capitalize.
Yeah, that's going to be another tier 1 going down. Here's that replay once again.
Yeah, comes through. Watch this. Because Matt has aggro, he comes out, Matt flashes it. Matt knows that Zig is gunning for him and immediately disengages, and the turret aggro is just juggled beautifully here. And you can see Lorlo picks it up, they get the stun, and he walks away, and now they're looking for Phoenix.
Yeah, might have been looking for a gank in the mid lane. Zig running through only level 3 right now, not even able to land that taunt.
Yeah, they ended up losing a lot off of that. You look at the gold, 2.5k this early on in the game is insane. They lost a turret, they lost 3 kills, first blood going over to TL. Everything's in their hands at the moment, and the only person who wasn't a part of that was Phoenix.
Yeah, they are going to try to rush down this quick Drake, though, as Team Liquid recall. They've got some damage on Sentinel. He has yet to complete a recall, so this is a very greedy play, but Team Liquid, they're going for the recall. They can't contest this.
Gate's going to have to tank it for a little bit. Cloud Drake is actually the highest DPS Drake on a single target because dragons do 7%, I believe, of your HP in physical damage.
Yeah, max out.
And it has the fastest attack speed. It's like 0.25 or something.
Half the attack speed of
or like, or it's 1.0, right? It's 1.0. All the other dragons are 0.5, and then Mountain is 0.25.
It's half as fast.
Yep.
However, on the answer, though, Team Liquid, once again, taking the early Rift Herald. We'll see if this goes back over to Lorlo.
Yeah,
Team Liquid seem to have finally found their stride.
I think you take a 20-minute Rift Herald buff over a Cloud Drake any day of the week.
Oh! Woo. Missed it by that much.
It's just a warning shot.
They're so sneaky. They're so sneaky.
Yeah, those things dodge a lot better than most players.
The old River Shen. But again, that's Rift Herald buff. Glimpse of the Void on Lorlo. This time it's going to last until about the 27-minute mark. And back in the solo lane, 2 levels up, nearly twice the CS of former teammate Zig.
Yeah. Looks like Zig showing up and going after Gate. It ended up definitely backfiring. He blew his TP there. Didn't blow his flash. And he's definitely at a disadvantage here in this matchup, especially with Rift Herald now on Lorlo.
Yeah, you can see just waiting for it to fully charge up before zoning Zig away. Blue buff looks to be stolen away by Dardoch. This is very aggressive. He's going to run away to that Scuttle buff. He has got Smite, but it's picked up by Sentinel.
It went down to 8. That was...
Yeah, Dardoch actually smited.
Yeah.
He missed it by 8.
Yep. A little miscalculated.
Meanwhile, the other blue buff is going over towards Phoenix's Azir, already 16 CS ahead of Slushy, just in the passive laning phase.
Yeah, and it's not honestly a huge deal that the blue buff is not on Slushy, Blue buff just gives him cooldown reduction and then I believe 15% more AP.
Yeah.
Doesn't need the mana regen at all. It's not like an Anivia or even an Azir that definitely needs mana early because you don't really invest in items that have that regen. Pretty much get 2 Dorans and you are content with that. I guess you're forced to be content with that.
Yeah. And it looks like he is going to go for that Spirit Visage first on that Vladimir, so he will be able to take more harass from Phoenix as the lane progresses. Meanwhile, Mash is on the bottom side of the map here trying to catch this large wave of minions. He doesn't have a tier 1, and with Dardoch heading down there, Lurlo with his teleport, you talked about it in the previous game, when you've got a big wave, you use it.
Yeah. It's a setup for something. If you don't use it, then you're not using the last minute and a half that you set it up with. So they're going to try to shove it all the way into the turret. If they can get a kill here off of a dive.
There's Dardoch. Slow misses along with the culling. Dardoch doesn't land the cocoon as Gate flashes to dodge the spell.
Still, successful gank if you get that flash out of Gate.
Yeah, Slushi continuing to catch these minions in the mid lane, just taking so much harass from Phoenix.
He's trying to dodge these soldiers, but Phoenix is just having them skirt in front of him, through him constantly. And that's going to be a back for Slushi.
Yeah, yet another.
Oh, no. He's going to walk forward because it's being
opening.
shoved fast. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like Team Liquid decided not to pressure bottom anymore. They're allowing Mash to catch this wave. Sentinel on the opposite side, though. He's going to be spotted out, spotting Lurlo. They both get vision of each other, I suppose, and disengage. Lurlo has been hard shoving that top lane. 17 CS ahead on his own. It's a 3,500 gold lead for Team Liquid 10 minutes in.
Yeah, and they have all the opportunities to grow this as well. As soon as they hit that first item power spike over P1, I expect them to push it even harder.
And Matt grouping up with Fabi and Dardoch. They're shoving now down towards the mid lane. Here's that wave clear that you talked about. Not working out too quick for Phoenix 1. Don't know if Team Liquid are done just yet as Dardoch roaming around in the jungle. It's going to be cleansed out. Dardoch doesn't
has
get
aggro
under turret range. Yeah.
There we go.
A little zealous. A little overzealous.
Yep, still kind of tickles him still. Almost has the Ravenous Hydra completed. And that's what we're looking for here is those first item power spikes for TL.
Yeah, so once again, Team Liquid take an early advantage in this game.
Oh, it's a large early advantage as well.
Oh. They're going to find Phoenix. Bit of damage is going to trade down onto Matt with the Unbreakable. He actually gets a Hemoplate, flashes the wall. Slushi chases. There's a Stand United. Slushi's trying to go in. Let's see if he can, but he's instantly stunned. Gets onto Fabi, but he can't follow it up. He finally gets 2 kills, in fact. And Phoenix won. Take 2 kills and back away.
Yeah, Phoenix 1 strike back, picking up 2 kills for themselves. And honestly, Zig coming through, very important, and landing that slow with the curtain call. This was actually really kind of ballsy here. But what they know is that they know that Lurlo's on the top side of the map. The Stand United is going to come through faster. Goes over the wall with the chase. Slushi saying, I'm going to keep going. Matt tries to hide in the bush. I'm already dead. Yeah, no. And they still find him anyway. But yes, the taunt comes through onto Fabi from Zig and locks him up and gets him killed as well.
Yeah, good fight from Phoenix 1. These are the sorts of decisive plays that we've been looking for them to make as a team.
Yeah, and I think that the curtain call is going to be a really great thing for Mash moving forward in this game. I want to see him use it over and over again, and he's probably going to go for that because it's not going to be the Yomu's. It's going to be the Essence Reaver for cooldown reduction.
Yeah.
So that he can get more curtain calls early on. Yomu's does have CDR, but this seems to be the preference for him.
Going for that damage in controlled bursts. Phoenix is going to dodge away as Slushi and Gate pressure forward. Once again, in the exact same spot as last time, Phoenix 1 group up. Now the Cloud Drake has spawned. This would be the second for Phoenix 1. Fabi's farming a frozen wave on the opposite side of the map, and Lurlo no longer has teleport. This could be Phoenix 1's opportunity.
Yeah, and if you look over at Zig, he has his teleport using the double globals. The Stand United was there previously. And so if they set up a play on the opposite side of the map, then P1 actually have an avenue to gain even more of an advantage for themselves and close this gap.
Oh, Lurlo. He's going to try to get this kill onto Zig, or just zone him away at the least. And Phoenix 1 are going to take this Cloud Drake. They're going to take what they can here. This is the second and no answer from Team Liquid. Now they're actually going to try to invade here.
Oh, very, very healthy blue buff, but not anymore.
Dardoch is able to secure that blue buff for himself. That means it's not going over to Phoenix, though. Phoenix won.
Yep.
You know, we often like to joke about it, but they're scaling.
Okay, we got late game, boys. And they do have a bit of late game here, but it's always against a Nazir, who's one of the best late game champions, but it is Vladimir, right? So it's kind of that toss-up there. Two very, very powerful mid laners, and as Slushy's build starts coming online, he'll start doing even more damage. Of course, he's got no AP in the tank. Health does convert to a little bit with his passive, but still, as soon as he starts getting more of those stats, he's going to be a complete wrecking ball in that backline.
Ooh, trying to get the 1-2 combo, Gate and Mash.
It's the trust W.
Yeah.
You hope he's going to make it.
Trusted my teammate to land the skill shot so I can follow up with the snare.
Yep.
He's actually maxing that second. Hasn't taken any points
In trap, yeah.
in Captive Audience.
A lot of people don't take points into Captive Audience. They max the Deadly Flourish second. Some people will put 1 point into the trap just so they can kind of litter the lane with the trap. And I also believe if you kill somebody, you know how their corpse like turns into the the Captive Audience. It doesn't do that if you don't have a point in it.
Ah, well. Team Liquid. Oh, Dardoch going to go aggressive on the Gate. There goes a Stand United. He's got a shield. Dardoch might have gotten too deep. He still gets the kill and flashes the wall. Phoenix 1 cannot collapse onto him fast enough.
Ooh. Oh, man. Dardoch gets away with murder there.
Yeah. Both in the literal and figurative sense. Lorlo now split pushing on the opposite side. Mash is going to be forced to try to clean this wave up. As that mid-tier 1 did go down, that's all 3 tier 1s for Team Liquid secured. They've got some vision on the blue buff now.
Yeah.
But here that is once again.
Gate too far forward, dodges the cocoon. Mash misses the W, throws out the Kurt. This is quite interesting because Gate flashes afterwards, still dies, and the curtain call is canceled by Mash after firing 2 shots because he thinks that names.
Yeah.
Dardoch is going to run off to the left side. And speaking of Lorlo on Mash,
Oh, Flash Auto secures the kill for Lorlo. Zig can't teleport in time.
yeah, more flashes being burned even though they get taken out. Both Gate and Mash blew theirs and they still died right as the animation went off.
Just a bit unfortunate circumstance for Phoenix 1, but that means Team Liquid have opened up the gold gap from 3,500 to about 5,000, only 6-7 minutes later. Zig is going to try to duel it out just a bit with Lorlo, but that's a Ravenous Hydra, not a Titanic. That's a lot of bonus AD on that Trundle, and despite not even having Subjugate, he doesn't even mind taking a few turret hits to bully it away. He's actually setting up for Dardoch, who's waiting. Oh, gosh.
Yep, just get him low. No Subjugate available, like you said. And just getting towards that turret. But on the opposite side, they're going to try to make a play here with 3 from P1 on the top.
Yeah, Mash is going to try to act as the bait, but
Yeah,
doesn't look like Team Liquid are falling for it.
it's actually a really good plan there. As soon as you have 2 people on the opposite side of the map, you know there can be 3 on the top side, so don't go for it. There's a possibility that they're there, so don't take the risk. Back off, wait, back, take your recall.
A very patient play out of Team Liquid's duo. Don't want to take any chances, though now this isn't so patient as they rush in to clear out some of the vision for Phoenix 1. Oh, they should be able to trade wards there. Meanwhile, though, Phoenix and Fabi are Phoenix and Dardoch are hard shoving this mid tier 2. And Lorlo already cleared out the bottom tier 2 over the sheer strength he has. Phoenix 1 are slowly but surely hemorrhaging objectives as Team Liquid are just taking their time, setting up the waves, breaking down what they can.
Yeah, Team Liquid are constantly keeping pressure in every lane. Phoenix with his turret in the mid lane, Lorlo with his advantage in his Rift Herald on the bot side, and then the top is a little bit more kind of back and forth. They're not actually pushing it too hard, but now that they see the opportunity where it's just Mash, they push it up. It was kind of in that midpoint because they were making a play on the opposite side. And so now Dardoch is going to play between mid and top, and that's why they're more confident pushing in the top side. And they have TP, so.
They are chasing forward. Lorlo waiting outside of vision so he doesn't get caught. Might look to collapse from behind on this tier 2. Drops the pillar and zones Slushy away. Doesn't even care about turret aggro as the second tier 2 turret falls. Phoenix One cannot answer this brute strength advantage. That's now an 8,000 gold lead, more than doubled over 9 minutes.
Yeah, what Team Liquid are doing are they're making plays to take turrets, and that's why it's 5-1 right now, and 5-2 in kills, because they'll get the kills. They got those kills bot side after the dive. They took that turret, then they transitioned mid. Phoenix eventually pushed out that mid lane turret, and they got that one. And then they just kept pushing it, so now you're seeing that once they start getting an advantage in a lane, they continue to push it down. And with that tier 2 in the mid down, that gives them so much room to operate. When the passive comes up from Phoenix, he can put it on that tier 2, and then you are free to go between top, bottom, anywhere you want. And especially since they don't have any tier 1s left, it's quite easy to actually make rotational plays for TL.
Play on the top side of the map. There's a stand united as Fabi is getting dove. He's going to go down to Mash as 4 members of Phoenix One dive for 1 kill. They're going to be able to take a tier 1 as well, but they might be giving up the Cloud Drake on the opposite side of the map.
Oh no, their third Cloud Drake. But yes, they need turrets more than they need movement speed right now, more than they need the Drakes. And movement speed is all relative. If you have 2 Cloud Drakes and they have 1, it's totally fine to give it over. Get that turret. Look at the tier 2 as well. P1 may have come out big with that.
Yeah, they're actually shoving forward, and Team Liquid aren't responding quite fast enough. Here comes Matt. Lands some damage over the wall. Lorlo is there, too. He's caught by a bit of a slow. He's going to go in. They need to clear out the turret. Finally, it drops, but Team Liquid are ready to brawl. They've got Lorlo and Matt. Zig is in the front, tanking as
Phoenix.
Phoenix from behind with a 3-man wall. There's the respite. Unfortunately, Gate can't make it on. There's the hard reset. Fabi respawns to get revenge for his kill as Team Liquid clean up 3.
And P1, Zig's gonna get caught here.
Oh, make that 4. Zig is caught by Dardoch on the escape path. He drops, not even giving him the execution kill. With 4 members dead, Team Liquid turn onto the Baron. They're gonna shred through this thing.
Yep, it's only Slushy left. Slushy, where were you during that play? He is mid lane at the tier 2, and he is doing nothing. He is clearing out a minion wave. Your team set up a play on the top side of the map, and he is just sitting there. He doesn't have TP. He's Flash Ghost. Look at the minimap. He is just hanging out right there. You know where your team is going to be, and you have no way to join them. They're going to get outnumbered. Phoenix comes in from behind. This play, even if Gate doesn't make it in there, was already a bit of a lost cause just off of the numbers advantage. And that's the thing, is it's not even just numbers advantage. That was a 4-on-4, but Elise on the side helps them pick up the last kill. And it's just the sheer power, the flank that they had, and the fact that so much was used in the push by P1 to get to that point.
Yeah, very tragic play for Phoenix One. They finally take the initiative and make something happen after 20 minutes. And it is turned around rather deftly by Team Liquid. They've got 2.5 minutes now with that Baron buff still. We've already seen how much pressure they can put on all 3 lanes without it, but now Phoenix One have got to be careful.
They have to be very careful, especially since their goals right now seem to be Zerg down people with a numbers advantage, and then they overstayed, they overextended the numbers advantage right here because you know that there's 2 members on the top side, and that in the bot side, Lorlo just keeps shoving in.
Yeah, trading with Zig, doesn't even care about the minions once again. Chunks him down to half health as Team Liquid, now they know to play around that numbers advantage. We'll see if they can adapt this and if they don't let themselves get caught once again. As the top tier 2 goes down 6 turrets to 3. Traps are being cleared and Slushy overextends a lot.
Is Phoenix gonna go for it?
Oh man,
Ooh.
He drops low flash and Slushy is able to get out. Meanwhile, Team Liquid are already burning through the turret. Fabi gets some good damage before Mash zones him away. Meanwhile, Lorlo is still dueling it out with Zig. Subjugate was used a while ago.
Yeah, they're going to go rotate between top, mid, bottom. Mid goes down first here, and they've cracked this inhibitor turret. Looking at that inhib.
Yeah, that inhibitor looking very, very vulnerable. Team Liquid trying to break through. Fabi going for the Black Cleaver, says Mash. Here, this is how you do it now.
Slushie going in.
Goes in. He's going to try to force the fight. He's got to stand united, but he's going to, yes, there's the respite. Fabi's dancing around the back. Mash is firing off as best he can. Zig with a huge stun is going to be able to drop one. Do they have enough damage to follow it up? Zig is going to get caught. He drops as Team Liquid just have got the stats to chase it through. Lorlo catches onto Gate. He goes down to the Gatekeeper himself, and the inhibitor will fall.
And now topside has a wave. Baron buff on for 45 more seconds. Lorlo just tanks it up. So well played there from TL, but P1 actually played that incredibly well as well.
Yeah, this is going to be another inhibitor. No, they actually decide to back it out, playing it safe. Cocoon finds Slushie. He's going to eat a culling before finally being forced to back away.
Dardoch's doing a great job on this Elise with those cocoons. He's hitting Slushie when he wants to pool. Slushie does not have that Zhonya's yet. He's already got his Spirit Visage as well as his Proto Belt, but it's not enough. You're going to see him walk forward. Kind of a tell here because they shield him. They throw down the Shen ultimate on him and then run straight forward, gets tagged, jumps forward, gets stunned, and then he has to pool. Ultimate comes through. Matt goes down, but there's no damage on these damage healers.
Yeah.
Phoenix, Fabi no mana, but they get to sit here and just whittle away at all of P1. Mash was too far back because he had just used Curtain Call, so he had to run up afterwards after Matt died, and it really took him too long to get there, and they were kiting back already, and the fight was pretty much won by TL at that point.
Yeah.
Have to get on Fabi and Phoenix.
Once again, trying to Zerg down, but Team Liquid, again, able to kite it out and turn that Zerg aggression into a quick 2-base macro. There's an old throwback. But now they're looking for this bottom inhibitor, the last inhibitor turret. Lorlo's on the other inhibitor in the top lane with teleport. No one can answer him anymore. Zig going straight back into the fountain, actually teleporting from behind.
Yeah.
Might be looking for a play as he tries to get caught in.
Go
There's
for
the
broke.
curtain call. Misses Phoenix. Oh, this is huge. They drop a turret. Sentinel goes low, forced to drop the respite. But Team Liquid are going to turn this around almost certainly. There's the Hemo Plague, but it's not enough to drop. Slushie, despite healing an enormous amount, finally goes down to Fabi. 5 versus 2. Team Liquid are going to break the base and try to end this game, taking a quick 2-0 over Phoenix. What?
Yeah, 26 minutes in, these games have been decisive from Team Liquid. They get an early lead, and that's the ace for TL.
That is the ace. Team Liquid will be able to do it. They've got the minions, they've got the turrets, they've got the Nexus, and Team Liquid 2-0 Phoenix 1, and they're now 2-0 in matches.
Dardoch giving himself a little bit of a round of applause there. Both matches had Lorlo, Dardoch, and Phoenix deathless.
Yeah.
And only the bottom lane, only Fabi and Matt had deaths in this series for Team Liquid. That's the duty right there. You are the bodyguards, you are the engaged. They are your main sources of damage, except this game, a little bit different. You know, Dardoch not on that same carry, but Fabi being introduced to the lineup.
Yeah.
Well, it seems to be a great fit for them, but also for Piglet, who's on the bench right now, this is not unfamiliar territory.
Yes.
Piglet had previously been benched for Keith last year to kind of light a fire under him,